Okay, today I'm going to show you an exercise that's great for working your rectus femoris, which if you flex your quad, it's that muscle right here in the middle that kind of forms that spear shape, okay? So the cool thing about this is, there's a couple things. It's biarticulate, which means it acts to both extend your knee joint, so it's stretched with knee flexion, okay? And it works both to flex your hip joint, right? So it's stretched with hip extension, right? So it kind of sucks in some ways because normal compound lifts don't fully get it because your rectus femoris can't activate as much because while it's extending your knee along with the other quad muscles, it also has to relax a little bit in order to allow hip extension, okay? So what do? We just take the hip extension portion out of it as far as the motion goes, okay? But if you want to stretch it, the best way to do it is to just keep that hip extension while doing knee extension. And the best way to do that is with sissy squats, but the best way to do sissy squats is to do banded sissy squats because then it's accommodating resistance. So when you're here, like all the way down and you're not quite as strong, the band shortens and there's not as much resistance down there where you're weak. But as you get into a stronger position here, the band tightens to allow good resistance where you're stronger. That's called accommodating resistance. So you're here on the balls of your feet. You're gonna try not to move much at your hip joint. You're just gonna send your knees as far forward as you can while leaning back, and you're gonna feel a great stretch here. Then you're gonna drive your heels into the ground, lock your legs out, and just repeat. Good stretch here, lock it out. Good stretch here, lock it out. And the cool part about the band is you get a little TKE action in there, so you actually feel it in your VMOs a little bit too, especially towards the top here. And 8 to 12 reps of those, placed towards the end of your workouts, should get the job done. But the main takeaway there is that it's important with your quad workouts, much like it's important for your other muscle group workouts, to include isolation movements in it for similar reasons to your rectus femoris, because most of your other muscle groups also have muscles similar to this that are biarticulate and don't get worked well with compound movements all the time. I'm Judd, always be an athlete.